Off. We are ready. Good morning, everyone. What is today? Today is Fantabulous Friday. This is the day that we celebrate all our wins, celebrate our accomplishments, even the small stepping stones to the bigger ones. But good morning, everyone. This is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss, live in Denver with you.
Sistas. Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0. Friday, April 21st, I believe the date is. And isn't it amazing in the Northeast? You know, this time last weekend, we were in the 80s to 90s, and now we're in the normal kind of temperature for this time of year, and it's a little chilly. I think it's about 50 right now. It's supposed to get up to around 66. But, you know, that's New England weather for you.
It is. And where I am, we are going to have, they're talking snow tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's just like a snow shower, but the temperatures, I think yesterday got up, the high was 48. And the low was obviously in the 30s. I'm not really sure what the weather is today. And we were very blessed, very fortunate to attend the Millionaire Award dinner banquet. And gratefully and thankfully so, it was held right in the hotel, so we didn't have to go outside. Tomorrow's a whole different story. We're doing a white party tonight. It is a Western theme. So, and today is a breakout session. So we're super pumped and excited. Being able to see, they have these big atriums. So you get to see the mountains in the background. And you can even, go outside, get some few shots and come back in so you're not freezing your butt off. So I'm feeling what you're feeling because it's chilly here.
That is true. Yeah, the difference in temperature, and of course, you know, the elevation in Colorado is much higher. So
it is, and the air is very dry. We're all feeling it. Hoarse. A lot of that is from laughter, of course. We had a good time last night. And there's nothing better than, what we chatted about yesterday when you wrap your arms around other like human beings that you're different, because we know we're all different. Our health is different, our gut health, our mindsets. But when you get with people that share that same passion, it spills over into such a good feeling of rekindling why we do what we do in all aspects. So while this tool is a tool to really elevate my Thrive business and our Thrive business, it also elevates in the sense of rekindling why we're here, why we share the message and the importance of gut health, why we share the importance of our thoughts, which we know are electric currents, and our thoughts become our actions, and you have to speak it. So for many of those that were celebrated last night in our company, they envisioned it. They knew that, you can't earn these award dinners overnight. It's a building process. But they took the stepping stones each and every day to build. And sometimes they had to deviate. Sometimes they had to rebuild. Sometimes the wall crumbled. Sometimes it was around renegotiation, like we all did with when COVID was here. How do you do an online business when we know it's online, but it still really depends on those connections with others? And a lot of that time, that connection is live, or when you're meeting them, or when you're sitting there and they're talking about what they want with their health journey. What are they envisioning? What are they envisioning from a business perspective? Do they want to use this as a stepping stone for something else, or can they really grasp the winning message of any direct sales company, and ours in particular? And many people will speak about their particular company in such a positive way, and so you should. The one thing that makes us different here is the ability to be able to reach different peaks and keep continuing that climb. No one holds you back but the person in the reflection in the mirror. That's the only person holding you back. So when you accept that, individuals are being successful at it, why is that not me? Why is that not me being successful in whatever that success may be? And we all have different levels of that, right? So for some people, being a part of a company like this might be a part-time thing. Maybe it's a full-time thing. Maybe your drive is the need to help others live a healthier version of themselves. So I love that whole concept, that whole vision is wrapped around an event like this. You feel it, you see it with everyone that you come in contact with.
Yeah, and it's almost like think of cravings, right? What do you crave for yourself? We all want to be healthy. We all want a transformation. And that means transformation means different things to different people. It doesn't have to be specifically, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. Transformation, it may be all about your mindset. It may be getting back on your exercise program, whatever transformation means for you. If you crave it, it is attainable, and why not go for it?
Absolutely. And, sometimes you need to rekindle that. And how do you do that is you attend an event. And, for some people, it may be an event like this. Other people, maybe it's a retreat. Maybe a lot of people love, and I would say probably over the last 5 to 7 years, I'm seeing more and more people, they love going to a yoga retreat. It calms their inner soul, their inner being, resets their mindset. And, when you really take that step for self-care, whether it's self-care in your personal life, whether it's self-care that has to do with your health and wellness, whether it's self-care within your business, you need to regenerate, rejuvenate, rekindle, and remember why we're doing different things on our journey. So whether it's from a business perspective, whether it's a personal one, whether it's physical, whether it's mindset, whether it's your heart, your soul, you've got to spend that time. That self-care is so important in all avenues of your life.
It certainly is. And again, along with, I think, with the craving for that, you have to, as you mentioned, the why, you have to keep asking yourself why. Well, why do you want this certain goal? Why do you want to partner with a company such as Le-Vel? I would call myself a repeat offender, and I've tried different things for different reasons, but I've always come back. I have always came back to Thrive. And why is that? Why is that? And I'll tell you why. Because it works. Premium nutrition, premium gut health.
It absolutely does. And it's amazing when you focus on what is not working in your life. How can I change that? How can I reset? And even as a thriver, we have to reset our bodies. We also got to reset our business. We have to reset why we do what we do, helping others. So it's not a one size fit all or one journey fits all. There are different stepping stones for each person, right? So what may work for one may not work for another. But when you're in a conference like this, or for some people a retreat, you pick and choose. Oh my God, like that resonated with me. Oh my God, she's doing it that way. Why didn't he tell me that sooner? Oh my God, that really, I get it now. And sometimes it's a matter of the verbal piece. Maybe you have a business partner that words it one way, and then you talk to a sister team or another leader, and the subject matter is the exact same thing, right? But they word it different. So we're all different in mindset. We're all different in how we think, how we perceive, how we take in information, and what we do with the tools. So our toolbox is full of many different tools. And so it should, just like with our gut health. We can start with the foundation of good gut health, right? With our 3 easy steps, that's the foundation. But that in itself cannot sustain all by itself unless we're living it, unless we're being a product of the product, unless we are adjusting our lifestyle. Oh, got to add a little fitness to it, right? I got to cut out the carbs. And I say cut out, reduce, because we don't want to ever deprive ourselves of anything that you enjoy, but you also want to do it what we talk in moderation. So while we splurged on some really yummy food last night, Some of us had salmon, some had filet mignon, beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous, opened up with a gorgeous spinach salad with all good stuff in it. And it was a nice, happy balance, asparagus, some mashed potatoes. So you could have a little of that and still walk away and say, wow, I ate good. I had a variety. Would I eat like this every night? Of course not. I couldn't. Especially me being an intermittent faster, I was totally out of my normal eating window. So I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm out of my eating window, and I'm also dealing with a time change. So my body is struggling a little bit, trying to find its nook and cranny for a few days, and then I go back to my normal routine. But that, when you think about that, that's life. That really sums up our life. We have to readjust. We got to renegotiate what our day is going to look like, what our business is going to look like, what our health and wellness is going to look like. The point being that you're open to get that necessary self-care. And when you have that mindset, you can do it. You say, okay, today is a day that, I got to maybe add a little more steps to what I'm doing, because I'm going to be sitting a lot. I'm going to be at what we're calling out breakout sessions. So there's a lot of sitting, right? Your round table discussions. What am I going to do to make sure my blood is flowing, that, I'm still getting in some activity? I'm at a health and wellness convention. Well, I got to make sure I'm doing the do. I can't just okay, take my 3 steps and be done with it. So that's really all of our lives. It's okay to celebrate all the different wins that get us to the necessary bigger goal, but don't stop growing. Don't ever stop learning. Don't ever stop the self-care.
Right. And guess what? Self-care is not selfish. You have to do the self-care thing and, find what works for you. Maybe try a little something different every day and, keep a record of it, pen to paper, write it in a journal. And really the writing to the journal, it really cements it more in your head. And then, just look back at your week, what you've written down, what you what you were cultivating. Like maybe one day you worked on mindset, whether that was reading a book, maybe the next day you went for a walk, whatever it is for you. Do you notice any patterns? How did it make you feel after you did your self-care? Did you find, for instance, that you were calmer, that you were more open, that you weren't maybe as cranky, whatever that is for you?
Absolutely. And I love that you mentioned journal. Everyone that is a VIP, and there's different levels of how you register. We got a very beautiful journal book, and I love, and it says, Le-Vel on it. And it's one of those things that like all my different journals, I associate and I still refer back to them after I complete them. Oh, I received this at this convention or at this retreat or this leadership retreat. What did I learn there that I implemented, but maybe I strayed away from? Does it resonate with me today? Will it help my business today? Will it help my mindset? Will it help me be an instrument to adding value and serving others? So, I mean, there's a whole gamut of things that you get out of these conventions. I highly encourage whatever business you're in, whatever you're feeling. Again, it could be a retreat, it could be a yoga retreat, mindset retreat. But if you're involved with a direct sales company, take advantage of what they have to offer, because usually they're pulling in the best of the best to share what works for them. And you are blessed because you're hearing a whole different gamut of different type of leadership or different type of people that found different ways to achieve that unbelievable success. And then define success. What is success to you? Your vision, no doubt, will be different from the person sitting next to you. And guess what? That's cool. That's the blessing of when you're rubbing elbows with other people. You share what's working. You share your pitfalls. Oh my God, I so tried to do this like somebody else, the way they did it. They were so successful. Man, I sucked at it. Maybe it wasn't meant for you. Maybe you heard from someone else and they say, oh my God, try it this way. Or, you talk about recipes, we talk about the gut health, but what do we add to that? Now you're really chatting about like different food groups. And you realize, oh my God, when I eat that same food, you're right, I get a rash, or my stomach doesn't feel well afterwards. This is really a time to celebrate not only the wins. Today's a day that we pat ourselves on the back, we have that conversation in the mirror, but we are always understanding and open to the piece that we're constantly in motion. Our business, our personal lives, our health and wellness is always a progress. We're always a project in motion.
Mhm.
And while you may reach a milestone, it's preparing you for the next big goal.
Right. So let me ask you, obviously you're out in Colorado with our amazing upline, Kristen. And she looked beautiful, of course, too. And so
Gorgeous, yes.
excited. What do you think is one thing being there this weekend? Maybe it's a goal you had in mind, or maybe something popped up and you went, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, or hey, I can add that to what I'm already doing.
Well, one of the cool breakout, and there's different breakout sessions. The one that actually Chris and I are both excited is a lot of people know that Le-Vel has a app, and some of us are more visual, one-on-one, have to see it. So while we're reading directions, or you go on the app and it's confusion, I know how much you love apps.
Mhm.
It's nice to be able to listen to what works for people. The app is changing. There's all these new features. So that's one of the things, because that is going to be a great assistance, not only helping in the business, but being able to share really from the touch of a phone with someone else when they're asking that question. Because a lot of times you're running in the airport, or you're at a grocery store, or you're at a friend's house, and they start asking you a question. Oh, wait a minute, I got to go back to my cloud office. Now you don't have to do that. It's really a click of a button. So I'm really interested and open and excited to learn more about the app and how it can serve me better. Because if it's serving me better, it's going to enable me to add more value to someone else, to help them. So I'm excited about that. The other great piece is just really the reconnection with those of us that have this drive of passion for the product. You don't see anyone at a convention that is here because they don't want to grow their business, or they're here because they don't like the product. Everyone's happy, everyone's upbeat, everyone's excited because a lot of times, a lot of these people that we either partner with or look up to or really value in our business and in our friendship and our personal lives, we don't get to see them all the time. We're from all over the United States. We're many different countries. So the fact that now we're live and in person, because yes, you can certainly take advantage of getting on a Zoom, but there's nothing better. And I think COVID proved that when you're deprived the human contact, the physical being, the hugs, the handshakes, that in itself, and just the excitement of when maybe someone admires you, or you admire somebody else, and you finally get to meet them, and you're like, oh my God, this is like a dream, like my dream come true, like we finally get to like hug each other, and really get giggly and goofy and silly. But then like get down to, hey, I know you've been struggling, what's going on? And it's just when you're live, it's a different feel.
Oh, most definitely. And that is something to be celebrated, of course. So tonight is the Western night.
Tonight is Western night. I'm definitely wearing a Western outfit, but a little bit different. I'm adding a little spice to it, of course, color wise. And so yeah, that's tonight. And then tomorrow is the VIP white cocktail dress outfit, whatever. We have to wear our best cocktail white attire. So a lot of people are just wearing, and white is kind of hard to buy this time of year. We had so many people because of course, not Memorial Day. There's not a lot of white yet in the stores. So a lot of people had to order online. But, I always go with something very simplistic and then jazz it up with jewelry, shoes, little pocketbook, whatever. because I want to be comfortable.
Mhm.
That is one thing I would say that I don't look forward to. I'm very picky now about like the dress I wore last night, the gown I wore. I was comfortable. I didn't feel like, it was uncomfortable. Sometimes you look at the style and then you get it on, you're like, oh, I could barely move, or it's so long and I'm kicking out my feet because I'm going to stick my heel in my dress. I didn't have any of those issues. I wasn't adjusting my bra. I wasn't adjusting, the length. I wasn't like making sure that I had to sit a certain way because, one area might be tighter than the other. I was comfortable, and it's a gorgeous gown. I absolutely love it. I got a lot of compliments on it, but I like I like the different themes, but comfort's got to be, that's probably one of my, I don't want to say pet peeve as I age. I want to be stylish, but I want to be comfortable.
Mm. Yes, most definitely. And on that note, we can't wait to hear and see the updates on the convention in Colorado. That is so exciting. And I'm excited for everyone who is there and our team. And, kudos to those who are in the running, of course, for the award. I don't know when that will be announced. I assumed obviously sometime this weekend.
Yes, I believe on Saturday for the Ultimate Thriver, and we've got some great finalists. And it's a combination of their transformation, their story, their journey, and anyone, even if they, are not in the running for the prize. And obviously I'm not, but for me, it really was more about reconnecting, because we all know that you can be on the straight and narrow with your health and wellness, and then it pivots. Like, something out of our control happens in our life, derails us from really keeping on track. And when I say on track, I don't mean so structured, not just eating like, celery sticks and carrots, but, just being more mindful of that I'm getting a variety of food. And a lot of times you need that push. So that's one of the things I love about the Ultimate Thriver. It pushes me to say, you got 90 days. What can you do in 90 days? So I'm in competition with myself.
I love that. And are you in competition with yourself? And maybe that's a part of someone's self-care. Like, what can you learn from that? My name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0. Almost got a little tongue-tied there. And I, of course, am with
TwoSistas, and this is Carol, so aka Naughty Boss, live at Gaylord in Denver, Colorado. And I think for a second where I am. We wish you a great day. Today is Fantabulous Friday. Are you celebrating your wins? And when I say wins, we talk about it all the time. It doesn't have to be these huge things. Just acknowledge that maybe you accomplished something that you couldn't even think you could. Maybe you were traveling to get here to Denver and you had a derailment because you had a flight delay or a cancellation, you had to reroute, whatever, and you finally got here. Because we do have a lot of people that are actually just even arriving today because they did have it. That's a win. That's an accomplishment. Maybe you packed your patience. So while everyone else was getting a little cuckoo, you remain calm. You remained true to who you are, about spreading a grateful heart, knowing that when you spread kindness, you're spreading more positivity, and that's a train everybody can get on. With that, we wish you a great weekend. I will still be doing live updates. Congratulations to everyone here, and congratulations to all you out there. You had a fantastic week. Celebrate it. Pat yourself on the back. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday for Monday Mindset. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
for now.